told you pump.
Boxing is just, it's like a mentality thing, right? When you're fighting, when you're boxing, you don't know how far you have to go. You don't know how much energy you have to expend. You literally don't know. It's the unknown. Even when you're tired, your body is still performing. So when people are slowing down, you're still at the same speed. That's what boxing helps provide. I was ready to play football. Like, I had the itch to get back to play football last year. I didn't have everything else ready. Like, I didn't have my body ready. How I needed to have my body ready to be special. This is the difference. This is gonna be the first opportunity where I get to show, like, dang, like, I get to be special. Like, I get to be special this year. I'm at my weight I'm supposed to be at. I'm supposed to be my speed I'm supposed to be at. I'm at my strength. This is the first time in my career I've ever felt like that. What could take me to the next level is not necessarily competing with nobody else. I gotta compete with myself. It's all like about me. It's about how far can I go. When I get to the game, it's like I feel like I'll be able to go all day. If I'm boxing, I feel like I can box 12, 13, 14, 15. It don't matter how many rounds, I can just keep going. I love how like nobody really gives us a chance, and you gotta use that for fuel too. And this is the best I've ever felt, so I'm eager to see, you know, what I'm able to do this year. So how much more time we got till we gotta play?
So bring your right shoulder back a little bit towards me. Yeah, good. You can bring your leg forward too. Yeah, there you go. Good.
The 2020 season is coming into focus at One Jets Drive. With Week 1 less than a month away, the Jets took center stage at the team's annual media day.
Hey, man, I'm more than excited, man. I just can't wait to make this real. You know what I'm saying? This is just a test drive, but I can't wait to make this official.
It's cool seeing these guys in uniform again. It's been a while. You know, it's the first time you get a look at some of these new rookies and free agent that we signed in the offseason. So it's they're definitely really excited. I'm excited to be back shooting.
How's it feel to be working with Dan again?
It's okay. You know, I was hoping they'd bring someone new in, but it's been good.
Feel good, man. I feel like I'm gonna go to war again.
Man, it feels great wearing this uniform, man. It feels like I'm back in my Pop Warner days, Inglewood Jets, man. I love the green and white. I feel really good and blessed.
I'm hella excited to be back with the boys, man. Get back with the boys, the Hogs, man. Get some dubs.
That's it.
Come on, man. Come on, Dan. Give me some props, man. I'm telling you, Dan.
With new pieces in the fold, building chemistry over the next 4 weeks is crucial after an off-season that redefined the word normal. That's especially true for the Jets' offensive line after General Manager Joe Douglas gave the unit a facelift this offseason.
Obviously, this is interesting times. We're all dealing with this. So it's really going to be, the onus is going to be on all of us to handle this thing like pros and put in this time virtually. And it's really going to put some extra burden on yourselves to do some self-study as well, since we don't have, we're not all together in the facility. I'd like you guys to kind of introduce yourselves. We got some new faces in the room.
Josh Andrews, call me Josh. Originally from Los Angeles. My name's George, from Bowling Green, Kentucky. College at Western Kentucky University.
Jonathan Harrison, you can call me John or Harry. A lot of people call me Harry.
What up, fellas? My name's Alex Lewis. This is now my 5th year in the league. I got 2 dogs and a cat.
Yeah, I've been at the Broncos the last 4 years. This will be my 5th year in the league and excited to get going.
I'm from Long Island, but I'm in Charlotte right now, moving out. It's one of my 9th year in the NFL.
The Jets may have all 5 new offensive linemen this year. They almost certainly will have at least 4. This is very much about making Sam Darnold the quarterback the Jets believe he can be in this third year. He's likely going to have George Fant at one tackle and big rookie Mekhi Becton at another.
Douglas hopes this O-line overhaul can springboard the Jets into contention.
I think I can be a really elite tackle. So I'm just got to, put it all together and then just pretty much go out there and prove it now.
And, just building that nastiness, just bringing the attitude to practice, bringing it to the game, and pulling the group with us.
We need to have a strong offensive line. We have to do a good job of taking care of Sam.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I'm glad to be a Jet.
I always have gone by the belief that, hustle takes no ability. It doesn't take any God-given ability to work hard and to give your best, and that's kind of the attitude I'm going to try to bring.
I really like their mindset and their approach this full offseason. It's 100% attendance. Everyone was dialed in. Guys were on top of it. I'm real excited to be able to get on the grass, as the comment I always use to these guys.
First-round draft pick Mekhi Becton hopes to be at the forefront of this rebuild.
Coming in the one-judge drive was just great. It's just being able to, especially that drive to come through and just see the field and see the whole facility. I mean, it was just great. It's great to finally be in the building.
Throughout his short time at One Jets Drive, the 6'7", 360-pounder is already turning heads.
When you look at him, he looks like the mountain, and it's awesome, It's intimidating. He looks like the Great Wall of Green.
You could tell he's like a guy who literally wants to hit people. That's all he wants to do. He don't want to play around. He wants to just run into somebody and smack him. I'm saying? I love that.
With Mekhi, you get a sense that he's swimming right now?
Nope. Not even close to swimming. He looks like he's been doing this for a minute.
Last one, left foot.
Becton wasn't always thinking about making it to the NFL. As a young kid in Richmond, Virginia, he was just thinking about making it out.
The recent RVA violence stats are mind-boggling. One woman we spoke with says it's hard to wrap your mind around the bloodshed that's been going on in this city for the past couple of days, saying she never thought it would hit so close to home.
It's hard to come out of Richmond. People don't make it to 21 in Richmond, so you gotta pretty much just find what you need to do and get out.
So it's tough. So in Highland Springs, it's kind of that one-stop-like town feeling. When you're in Highland Springs right now, man, there's not a lot of industries around us. Of course, you got to get into Richmond for work. And the houses are not real big. There's not a lot of people moving in. So the kids are kind of there, and it's an incubator, man, for athletics, right? So it's nothing else to do. You don't have a lot of money. So kids are just outside, and because of it, it's become a hotbed.
For Becton, that way out was football. He couldn't have done it without the undying support of his parents, Jerome and Simone.
I was a little harder on him than most people were, because I'm dad, but it paid off. Once he got into college, he explained to me why, he was like, Dad, I appreciate you being hard on me because of the simple fact that, it helped him have tough skin, help him deal with certain situations.
The support has always been there, and I always feel the love.
His dad was so hard on him early on because you could see it, right? And his dad probably saw it before anybody else. The athleticism that he had and what he could do as a big guy. And then Mom was just loving, right? But no nonsense. And she just didn't take any mess from anybody.
I didn't take anything from anybody.
The first time I met Mekhi, or actually saw Mekhi, of course it was at a youth football game. It might have been 12U or 13U football. And of course he was the biggest kid on the field.
If I was to push a kid over, it was, oh, you can't be doing that, you're too big, you're bigger than him. And so it was always, they always had to check my ID. and everything. And before every game, to make sure I was the right age.
We always would take his birth certificate around because they always were saying, like, he's not that age, he's not that age. And we're like, yes, he is.
Going into his 9th grade year, the way he sprouted up that summer, I was like, man, me and Simone bought up some clothes, and then, you know, like by midway through the summer, we had to buy him some more clothes. He's like, yo, I know you're not going through these clothes this fast.
My high school football journey was slow because I played JV 9th and 10th grade.
I think it was a gift and a curse because it made him work harder. You know, once he got on varsity, it was like, man, where did this kid come from? Probably my 10th grade summer, going into my 11th grade year, that's when I just shot up and started to get offers and offers and offers.
Aggressive, no quit. Definitely wants to learn how to dominate. A student of the game. Light on his feet. He wants to protect and be a road grinder. You know, he just wants to clear the path for anybody that's behind him, and he takes it personal. But going through his recruiting process, we all felt, and I'll say this, I'll be the first one on record to say, we all felt that he should have went somewhere other than Louisville. That's what we said.
They didn't feel like it was a good decision. And Dad, like, no, he's not going there. And I'm like, hey, he's going to go where he wants to go.
I chose Louisville because it reminded me a lot of Richmond. So, I mean, the city was just like Richmond. I mean, I was closer to those coaches. So, I mean, it felt like the right decision. My freshman year, it was all up. We had Lamar. It was great.
Lamar Jackson slings it deep. Oh, my goodness, what a pass. Touchdown, Jalen Smith.
My sophomore year, we went 2-10, and then that's when the bad stuff started coming out, stuff like that. Coaches got fired.
Bobby Petrino out of a job at this hour. Louisville has fired the head football coach.
I kept getting comments saying I was lazy and saying just pretty much a lot of bad stuff that I just used as fuel. So I would say a lot of that just made me to go harder.
Following the 2018 season, Louisville hired Scott Satterfield as their new head coach and Dwayne Ledford as their offensive coordinator and offensive line coach. Becton attributes his stark improvement to them.
And so when we first got here to Louisville, one of the first things that he wanted was, Coach, I want to go play in the NFL, and not play in the NFL. He wants to be one of the better ones that the game's had. He approached me and was just like, Coach, I want to be the best tackle in the country this year.
Ledford, he just came in and told me the things I were doing the previous year was not right, so we're going to change everything. And then he just came in and like molded me and helping me to where I'm at now.
There was just a major transformation mentally and physically that then added to the athleticism that we always knew about. That is what everybody sees right now. It's going to put him on another level.
As he lined up at the beginning of the 2019 season, it didn't take long for Becton to catch the attention of one of the top offensive line coaches in the nation.
Where I texted Dwayne and I said, man, this 73 kid can be one of the greatest of all times. And he said, he's getting there. And then by game 2 or 3, he was like, man, we got a monster.
You're going to get it 6'7" and a quarter, 364 pounds with incredibly long arms.
He moves so well for a big boy.
Tremendous mean streak that you love to see.
I showed that I can do it and I can dominate the man in front of me every play. I always knew about Duke. I always seen him on Twitter and just doing stuff. And then my agency was telling me I was gonna work out with him, so I was ecstatic. So I went there and I was picking his brain a little bit, telling him things I need to work on. And he was just like, "We're gonna work on all that, so you don't have to worry about it."
I met him early in December. We've got him in a group with like Teron Armstead and some other veterans and like La'el Collins from the Cowboys, and like there's stuff that he does when we're training, and like we just kind of look at each other and go, it's rare, and it's extremely rare to get a guy with those type of gifts and those physical traits, and then it's really rare for a guy that's 6'8", 364 pounds to be that long,
powerful, explosive, and just completely, he plays like a complete animal. We knew he was going to be special with just how he worked and some of the mock combine stuff that we did down at Michael Johnson's performance with Brian McCall and Aaron Piper.
When he down blocks, he just takes everybody with him, and he's moving pretty good.
Oh my word, somebody that large running that fast.
So he ran that 5.1 kind of with his hamstring strain. We had projected him to go sub 5 based upon the mock combine. We had him around like 4.99, 4.98. If he hit a good start, he would have hit something really special.
The first ever virtual NFL draft is officially open.
It was really exciting, nervous.
The New York Giants select Andrew Thomas.
We thought he was going to go higher. So, it was getting tense, like, why isn't he called yet?
The Cleveland Browns select Jedrick Wills.
Hey, Mekhi, it's Joe Douglas with the Jets. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Coach. How you doing?
I'm great. How ironic is this?
And once he was called, that was all she wrote. And again, he's where he's supposed to be.
It's just a moment I can't forget. Like, I'm getting chills just talking about it right now. It was just great hearing Roger Goodell say my name at the 11th pick. It was amazing.
After being selected 11th overall in the NFL draft, the grind didn't stop for Becton. He attended the O-Line Mastermind Summit, hosted by Duke Manyweather, to pick the brains of the game's best and brightest.
I kind of always had this idea of how I want to have like an O-line clinic and summit that was more of an open dialogue forum. Essentially, we come in and we talk everything under the sun when it comes to offensive line.
If you're in your stance and you kind of got your weight shifted back, if you're a guard or a tackle, they're going to cue when you start to put that toe down and push off, because a lot of you guys do it on tape.
Provide a space to really allow talk and dialogue for all things offensive line development. We open up the floor and allow people to tell their stories, kind of what they've experienced, what to do, what not to do against certain guys.
The hands is the biggest difference from college to the NFL game. Like training with Becton with the Jets now, we was just doing sets and he was real tight, double hand striking as we were going through the simulation. And I'm a guy that puts some space between my hands, because when the two-hand strike works, it works. And somebody as big and strong as him is going to really work, knock somebody off their feet. So if a guy is rushing Becton and he swipes with one hand, he can get both with one swipe. Having the space between, especially with his limbs, he can swipe one, he still got another hand in order to protect himself and to block with.
There's a lot of people who helped you along the way. What does it mean to be here and be able to start performing for them?
That means a lot, because I can finally go do what I've been wanting to do all my life. So I mean, it's definitely great. It's a dream come true.
He is such he can smile and will light up a room.
They're getting a good kid, a good young man. Off the field, he's humble. He's a big teddy bear, but on the field, he's totally different. He's a totally different kid.
Turn or run away. It's your choice to make.
They're getting a great player. They're getting a hard worker. Gonna play with a chip on his shoulder.
We want him to be a Jet for a long period of time. We want him to be successful.
He has a lot of the same traits that some of those Hall of Fame guys have in terms of the mental makeup, the size, the power, the strength, the athleticism, the critical factors for the position. And I've been around Jonathan Ogden. I've been around Willie Rowe. I've been around a lot of the very all-time greats. And to me, Mekhi reminds me of some of those old school golden era offensive tackles, but with some of this new school athleticism that you see from your Lane Johnson, Teron Armstead, Laremy Tunsil.
I want to make the playoffs. I want to win.
The NFL season is a heavyweight fight. It's 16 rounds, with one left standing in February. As the bell rings for the start of training camp, the new-look Jets are ready to prove they belong, inch by inch and pound for pound.
One play at a time. Dominate him every single play. Fourth quarter, make him quit.
Coming up next week on One Jets Drive.
And there's another guy that's had to prove himself. And I love the fact that he had to walk on and had to do everything he could just to get a scholarship. He is a sharp guy.
I don't know if I've been around somebody that talented who just, I don't know if he knows it.